Will Marvel Rivals be one of those games that lasts for a long time, or is it going to suffer the fate of many shooters that have come out before it? There's been games like the Finals. Like, it seems like it has a lot of potential, but then that shit gets dropped faster than a housewife in the 1940s. Then there's games like Helldivers, which will have a crazy effect on the gaming community and will stick around for months, and then they just shoot themselves in the foot, then everybody quits that too. And then there's games like Overwatch. Everyone who plays Overwatch hates fucking Overwatch, but people still play the game, and they've been playing it for years. It doesn't matter. Dude, the fucking Overwatch developers can do whatever they want to the player base, and people will still play that fucking game. Like, a developer could go into your house, take a baseball bat to your dog, and you would still play Overwatch. And you know why they can get away with something like that? It's because early on in its life cycle, it became a habit for people to play the game. So people would go to work all day, they would come home, and they would play Overwatch every single day. And that went on long enough to the point where it became such a habit for people to play the game that they don't care anymore what the state of the game is. They'll still fucking play it. That's what Marvel Rivals needs to do in order to succeed. They need to find a way to make it so people will want to go to work, come back, boot up Marvel Rivals, and do that for as long as possible. If you can do that consistently for like 3 to 6 months, the chances of that game lasting longer have increased dramatically. The way I think that Marvel Rivals should do this is that for the first 3 months, I know this might seem very difficult, but Marvel Rivals has already proven that they're capable of creating a fuck ton of characters. In between the beta and now, they've released like 8 characters. The game hasn't even been out yet, and they've made 8 more characters. I think what they should have done is they should have saved those characters for when the game actually gets released. So they just have new content every week for 2 months straight. Now, I obviously am not privy to their plans. I'm trusting the fact that they have a lot more characters ready to be dropped after the game was already launched. Because let's be honest here, they announced Captain America, Winter Soldier, fucking Hawkeye, Psylocke, and they were like, okay, cool. We have, and Moon Knight. It's like we have a bunch of characters ready to go, and like that'll be it. And then like 2 days before the game fucking drops, they drop a trailer, and then they're like, 5 more characters, and everyone's okay with that. Something that I think Marvel Rivals has an advantage of over Overwatch and other games is that half their work is already done. Like, their content is honestly mostly just gonna be maps and characters. What else could it be? I mean, they could do game modes, but honestly, they could just do the 3 base game modes, and as long as they're adding more characters and more maps, people are going to stick around and play the fucking game. And let's be honest here, the maps and the characters are already designed for them. There are thousands of different places and thousands of different characters in the Marvel comics. All they have to do is just open a comic book and be like, like the character's design is done. All the moves are here for us to pick. All we got to do is just find 20 moves and just pick 4 of them. That's all you got to do. It's way easier than Overwatch when they had to create a brand new character, give them a brand new move set. And Overwatch is only doing that 2 to 3 times a year. Marvel Rivals, at this rate, they could be making a new character a month. And they could probably be doing more than that. If you got to play the beta or the alpha, you would know that this game is actually so fucking fun to play, dude. There is so many times I was playing with my friends and we would get steamrolled, but it would still be fun. The state of this game right now is great. So I want you guys to understand that I don't mean this maliciously, but I really hope that this game actually dies off. Because if this game blows up, you know what's going to happen is the fat fucking streamers in the top 500 players are going to whine about it. They're just going to be like, this character's a little slightly OP. I don't like playing with this. And then they're going to complain about it. And the developers are going to be like, this is the loudest voice. And these are the people that actually create the content. So we're going to pander to them. And then the majority of the fucking fan base is just going to get screwed. Because then the state of the game isn't catered towards the majority of the player base. That's what's happening with Overwatch, man. Overwatch is just pandering to the 3 fat fucks that are sitting there just like,
technically this doesn't fit my playstyle, so we should have...
Shut the fuck up! Something they did in the alpha and the beta is they would give you in-game currency if you completed a survey and gave your opinions and your critiques off the game. Now, obviously, this does seem like something that would only be in a beta, but if they just did this throughout its lifespan and just kept asking people their opinion and actually listening to the majority of the player base, this game has such a strong chance of actually surviving. Don't listen and pander to the loud minority. If you made it this far into the video, you should know that this channel doesn't just do guides and talkovers. We have a lot of gameplay videos. So if you like what you've seen so far, you're definitely going to like those. And on top of it, when Marvel Rivals drops, we're going to be playing the fuck out of this game, dude. So stick around. You're definitely not going to be disappointed. I hope you guys liked the video. As always, like and subscribe and check out the rest of our shit. And if that doesn't do it for you, go fuck. Hey guys.
Oh yeah! Get that weak performance out of my face. Subscribe. You see these legs? You want legs like mine? Watch these videos right here. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2.